All right, we're back. Goal for today. Well, obviously the goal for today is to finish this place, but I think that was pretty obvious. I don't know why the game's not running. There we go. All right. So we're in this place right here. In essence, definitely not the most difficult place to get through. I don't think there's all that much special in this place. We can definitely explore though. This is maybe one of the locations that I know the least about, because I simply don't think that there's anything worth particularly noting in this place. Some of the encounters here are a bit brutal because you can get, I think you can get surprised easily, but I'm not 100% sure. But in general, really, this should not pose much of an issue. I'm sorry. It's the script's hanging for a bit, and I don't know why. Oh, okay, it's working again. Great. All right. So as I was saying, there's not a lot of. I don't know why the game was lagging like that. That doesn't happen a lot, but whatever. It's fine. It's over. So, right. So as I was saying, these guys defend a lot, making them easy targets, but also pretty annoying to deal with. You can also find health aquafolia here. I wouldn't call it the most necessary item in the world, but on the other hand, it is a nice enough item to find loads of, because that does mean that you're not going to run out of healing items anytime soon. Alright, let's see. There's a oh yeah, so as I said, I don't know, I think I vaguely seem to remember that surprises happen more often here, but that could be me misremembering something, I don't know. I mean, we have all these health items, so we might as well be using them, otherwise we're just gonna get full anyways. Okay, so some more gold. I definitely think this is one of the places where Maniac difficulty also starts to show, where Maniac encounter rate also shows its downsides, because the amount of encounters here is really high at that point, but you know, whatever. We also are literally not using any skills right now, so I guess I'll show what Clouds of Darkness does, since we did get that skill from the staff. I honestly don't think it's a particularly good skill. I think it's way better when Luciana gets access to it, because you can give her the staff, but even then I don't think it's really worth particularly noting. But anyways. I do think genuinely that just rushing these guys is fine. We have so much healing available to us right now that it doesn't really matter that we're hitting less or not hitting ideal in the ideal way. So obviously running out of healing items is not having too many healing items is not going to be a problem, since we're being pretty liberal on how we're using them, but that's fine. Like, you really don't need a billion healing items. What you need most of all is to just stay alive. Preferably not waste the few onion soups that we bought. We've bought 99 now, so we don't really have to worry, but I'd rather still not waste them, because I'm not actually sure how easily you can access more healing items. And they're definitely not the cheapest thing to buy either, so I'd rather be a bit mindful about using them and be a bit more wasteful on every other item than the opposite. Alright, so we're just going to be hitting at this point. Sometimes mashing is better. I don't think there's anything else in this place. Oh, there's a lot of encounters here. Now, Maniac encounter rate is Maniac encounter rate. It's always the same. Like, there's just... The only real thing that changes is that there's no minimum amount of steps in between fights. So, obviously, that can skyrocket pretty quickly in terms of how many encounters you're getting, because because obviously you're gonna go from one encounter to two encounters to three encounters pretty quickly at this point. I think it's like 20 steps, but not even. I think it's 12 steps if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've not played on Maniac, so I'm honestly kind of just used to there being encounters at every step. But um, it definitely feels like 12. I feel like I took 12 steps there, but honestly, the thing is, as annoying as these massive amounts of encounters are, they do provide you with the experience needed to more easily survive later on. So in that sense, you should kind of just take it as a bonus. You don't really have to run around for encounters. You don't have to like pray that you get one. You just kind of get to chill, and they'll come to you eventually. All right, so we'll find a lot of items here. If you want to just wrap up the quest, you can just go down right now, but obviously we're more interested in looking for everything there is. One thing I love about the newest game, Laxius Soul, is that it actually allocates a special stat for how many items you've found, because it validates what we're doing right here. It validates going out of your way to find as much as possible. Oh wow, that was a powerful crit. Jesus. Another thing I actually like about Laxius Soul is how debuffs like Venom and such actually stack. Alright, this heal is not too bad. I mean, it's on Beretta, someone who normally does not have a heal available to her. So having this heal available to you is pretty cool. It actually allows for strategy that was not really possible before. Even though it's not an insane amount of strategy, obviously. It's just Beretta using a relatively weak heal, but it does enable you to, sort of rely on her as a backup healer in case things go south. Also, the amount of encounters is starting to, well, it's not getting annoying per se, but it's starting to rack up to the point that I feel like using actual skills on it, just so that they go by a bit faster. Also, I feel like Spark is the main issue to keep healthy. Um, One thing I mean, the command remember in newer games on RPG Maker is definitely like a godsend. Being able to use command remember is just pretty damn neat, because it does like save you a lot of time in these menus of repetitively doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, even though it's just the same enemy every single time. It very neatly allows you to just say, oh well, I want to use this skill 100 times, and that's what it does. Alright, so she's gonna defend, we're gonna use this. And then I guess we just wrap up the fight. Now, the good thing is this place is pretty amazing for gold. We're already at 3,000 gold again, and that's after filling our pockets with every single healing item we could. Also, this place, realistically speaking, is not that big. Like, it might be a little bit confusing the first time because you don't know where the exit is. Because you have to kind of spot the path. But I don't think it's too difficult to see where the path lies. Also, I guess we're just gonna use Chrysalid Twisters since that does kill them at this point. That might be a bit better. Also, keep in mind, we're not using Lady Brasina's bracelet on random. Technically speaking, if you just give random the bracelet, all this stuff is like a billion times easier if random is just spamming, is just holding that bracelet. But we're using the luck ring to make sure that we find everything we possibly can, even the things of which I'm not sure they're even there. Alright, we found Spark. We found Gnidia, I mean. And we can just aggress out of here. And we can leave, because there's no secret room there anyways. So yeah. So at this point, we have basically found everything there is to find. I don't think there's much else here. If it wasn't obvious, I'm sort of sick today, so I'm sorry about that. I really am, but, you know. I like how we're just willingly spending another night here. Like, why? Anyways, we're gonna take off this and this again, and we're just gonna put Beretta back in the back burner and re-equip Ganidia here. Like I said, there wasn't that much point in unequipping him. The main point of that was just so that he would, so that I had the seat pendant, but I kind of forgot that I didn't have to unequip everything. As for Random and Sarah, we're gonna need, very specific gear. Also, you can buy the Thunder Sword here if you still don't have it. Because we do have it, that means this is going to be irrelevant, but, you know. You'll want 2 snowsuits at the very least. It'll make sense why, eventually. We're gonna buy the Rosea suit because we have the money for it. And other than that, I want the Fire Shield, which I sold earlier by accident. And that's the only shield that I want, I think. Now, when we continue, going down the valley will lead to the next part, but you actually want to go down the shoreline first. And you'll want to save here because the encounters you can get here are pretty brutal. We're going to find Secret Room 25 first though. And that is apparently going to level us up. I think that gave a level to everyone. And then another one when you leave the place, which is actually pretty cool. So here's the shark. Now, as long as we have our left hand assassin weapon, the shadow glove or whatever it's called, assassin's glove, we're relatively fine, provided random doesn't miss. And we'll find some items just by being here, such as the Shark Wing, which is going to give us first strike on Ganidia. Now, I don't want first strike on Ganidia right now, but, you know. Also, we unlocked double hit because of that, so we can go ahead and hit twice. Which is going to neatly take care of at least one of the sharks for us. But the real issue is the ambush right here. Now, this ambush is incredibly brutal. First of all, these sharks are incredibly fast, incredibly strong. I don't think I have time to revive anyone here. Yeah, so those sharks are incredibly strong. And technically speaking, I probably should have used the Necro Leash right away, just to ensure that I had enough characters alive. And maybe I should put the... maybe I should put the Shark Wing onto Ganidia when we're starting out. Now the rest of the stuff is just, you know, salmons, which I don't need since I have 99 of those. I think maybe for this one we can go with the Moonshade Orb. Alright, we're not dead, so there's that. That's definitely one positive thing. Now Random is going to take the first turn, so I kind of figure I want to try and Thunderbolt with him, and I want to try and do this, and I want to try and do this. Okay, never mind, Ganidia died. Now, I hope that Necro Leash also works in terms of, like, just taking the first turn. This is brutal. Like, you want Spark to be able to use... yeah, I mean, basically, I guess we do really want to find a... do I have any XP eggs left? Might be a good question. Because now I can just use these, so that they level up whatever level they were going to get anyways. And then we find this place. And then we level up again. So now Sarah leveled up as well a second time, so that's cool. So I guess we'll just do a random There's something there. I don't know what it is, but there's something there. I think. My memory is hazy on this place. I remember. Oh, yeah. Well, my memory and my notes. Obviously, I'm not doing this all by just remembering. That would be a little bit insane. Alright, so let's try our new strategy. Onion soup here. And then we're gonna do this. And we're gonna equip Ganidia with the shark wing so that he gets a turn. I guess I'll try and heal, but I think this is just a loss anyways. Yeah, see, that's what I was afraid of. It doesn't actually give you a turn. It doesn't actually give you the first turn. It just makes it so Canidia gets the first hit if he gets a hit. But that still requires him to actually get a hit. I'm actually wondering if using the XP pumpkin now would then be more beneficial. No. Good to know. I mean, I'm trying to think of like more strategies. I don't think I have a buff potion that I can use, so that probably would not be ideal. Because I don't think I have anything I can use to give temporary speed buffs. What I do have is the Quick Peach. Spark is 152, 174. Alright, so Lady Brasina's bracelet, I suppose. The warrior helmet and the pearl shield, which protect from water. That should at least make random a bit more durable. We can also definitely equip stamina, ring, the rosea robe that we bought, and the Indanera helmet, because that's going to give us additional defense. Same with this, additional defense, all that we want. For Canidia, the counter claw, we're going to use the half claw for the extra defense, and a moonshade orb for the extra defense. And on Spark, we obviously can't do anything except pray that he's fast enough. So I guess we'll just give the quick peaches to Sarah in this case. And we're basically hoping that this 200 speed is enough. Now, obviously, we're still going to get surprised, so there's nothing we can change about that. But at the very least, random is going to be able to do stuff now. We're going to be able to use this revive potion, I hope. And the entangle should be enough to guarantee that we're... Now, I'm just worried about the fact that I think this guy has a counter, but I'm not sure about that at all. Alright, we managed to break him. That's good. Alright, he doesn't seem to have a counter, and the fire skills seem to be working great, so... And he's venomed, so he actually died there. Now, I'm not sure if he drops a potential item. I think this guy can drop an item, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Which is a little bit annoying, because it means that I don't know whether or not we actually got, quote-unquote, everything, but... That's like a large part of the issue when you do stuff like this. I know most enemies, I know most drops, I know most stuff. But if there's an enemy that I've never gotten a specific drop from, I obviously won't know that it has a specific drop, because I would have never found it. So that is definitely something like to keep in mind. It's impossible to know what you just don't know. Now, obviously, I could have maybe read something about it. I could have maybe spotted someone else telling me about it. But it's very unlikely that I would be able to know that a specific drop exists if nobody's ever told me about it. There's another secret room here, which is secret room 25. That gives you the anchor of the 7 seas, which I guess. And an ocean love, which is the best healing item in the game. Alright, so this is secret room 24. So the other one was secret room 25. Now from 24, from this secret room, you just go straight down. Also, we're going to re-equip the luck ring and the shadow glove and the hat of persuasion because we don't need the other stuff anymore. And we're going to give Genidia Seed Pendant back so that he will start gaining more XP again. Now you go straight down from there. That'll bring you to this boat. Oh wow, this is a lovely encounter, truly. Alright, so we're gonna take the boat. That's gonna put us off at this secret island right here. Now this island is great. A lot of items to be found, but the most important thing you actually just cannot get here. Also, there's an anchor here that I cannot pick up, sadly. So, some more gold, some sunshine herbs, which I think sunshine herbs cleanse burn or cold. It's one of the two. It might be cold. That sounds more logical. We're definitely finding a lot of encounters here, as usual. Also, you'll notice Ganedia's Tongue Slap is starting to give him buffs whenever he does it, or sometimes when he does it. I don't know what triggers that. I do know that it happens a lot. And I don't actually know if it's been happening for a while or not. I don't really keep track of the minor stuff like that, because usually these buffs won't end up mattering too much anyways. You'll find another Spicy Mandrake there, and then you'll find this thing, which I have never found any form of event for, so I think it's just decoration, but who knows. And then you'll be able to get over here. So, Indy is actually very nice to you here. He just straight up tells you that you should not be looking for a way to solve this. Also, as you can see, using aggress is completely pointless in this place, which is a pity. But you cannot go back with aggress. The only thing you can do is continue and backtrack the entire way. So we're gonna take the boat. We're gonna head back. Now, if Spark had actually gotten a turn there, we would have been fine, but whatever. And we actually find, I think that is the first time I've ever found that. A second Ocean Love in this place. I didn't know there was two Ocean Loves in this place. One in the subsection, one in the secret room I mean, and one in the open. I did not know that. So that's the first time we actually found an item that I have never found before. And I know that doesn't sound too special, but really, if you've played this game as often as I have, that's not exactly the most common thing ever. Especially at the beginning of the game. Like, near the end, in the Hall of Madness and stuff, sure, happens a lot. Have played that section a lot less than this section here. But, yeah. Alright, and we're back in 10. Now, I guess we'll go to the inn, and I guess we can rest. I think we've actually done most of the things that we can do. Now, if you look at the quest, you'll see great recipes, 6 orbs of elements, and an Irem legend. I can guarantee you none of those are finishable right now, so we're just going to go into the valley. And you'll notice the characters are actually cold, if you are here. Now, the snow coat, thank God, actually fixes that. It's just a pity that it costs you basically all your defense, since, you know, you do have to unequip your other gear for this. But, yeah. Alright. So we're gonna take our time and calmly explore this place. Oh yeah, I completely messed up. This guy counters every normal attack you do. So if he, yep, okay, great. Something tells me that I forgot to save on the way back. Yes, I did. Did I really? Yes, I did. Um, yeah. So, that is pretty annoying. I will end the video here for today, and I will make sure that we are back on track for the next one. Cheers.